gentlemen, it's my pleasure to welcome you to Hard 23, the Battle at the Rock. Our sponsors tonight, Beach Realty, Dominguez and Rucker Family Dentistry, Palmetto Physical Medicine and Chiropractic, Big Wings Gym and Fitness Center, McHale's Irish Pub, 007 Bond, Baker Bell Bonds, Cover Distributing Company Incorporated. Ladies and gentlemen, your next bout, three-minute rounds in the 155-pound lightweight division. Introducing first, Aspen Butler.
Rock Hill, South Carolina. We're at the Event Center in Manchester Village for Hard Play MMA3. I'm Tom Ziegler, along with Brian Bullock. Coming to the cage, Aspen, the Tomahawk Butler.
Aspen Butler coming out of Carolina Combat Academy at the tender age of 19, making his MMA debut, 5'9", and he is a wrestler by trade, so he will be looking to get this fight to the ground.
Yeah, we've seen this many times before. Bryant, wrestler, makes his transition to MMA, and typically it translates very well. He's with Carolina Combat Academy, which does train all aspects of MMA, so his wrestling background will serve him well as he makes his MMA debut. Now, we've talked about this over and over again as we see these young fighters coming up through the amateur ranks. You were a debut fighter at one point, Bryant. Now, coming into the cage, you've trained, you've got a wrestling background, you know how to compete, you're a good athlete, you've been trained in all aspects of MMA. You get into the cage, you've been training in a cage, but you get bright lights, big crowd, the announcers announcing your name. You never know how a guy's going to respond.
And hopefully he doesn't respond as most wrestlers would do, even though we train in everything, and you train for everything in MMA. Once that first punch comes,
changes things. Now, Aspen Butler's opponent, Nick Maynard, also a debut fighter.
At the tender age of 18,
no doubt.
5'8", and you may know Nick for winning the Satsuma Cup a few months back. So we know he is coming in with a great ground game.
Yeah, he's out of Team Rock in Charlotte. He's got an excellent grappling background and jiu-jitsu background. Again, you mentioned that Satsuma Cup grappling tournament. It was a 16-man submission-only tournament, which brought out the best 150-pounders in the Carolinas. And this young man came out of nowhere and won the whole thing, much to many people's surprise.
Yes, it was, but he is not just a ground fighter. As I spoke with him earlier, he has been training in everything MMA just as long as he has been training in his ground game. So he is a well-rounded fighter and can fight wherever the fight goes.
Yeah, the rumors are getting around that the young man is not just a grappler. I did speak to Dave Mansell a couple of days ago, who's a promoter for Satsuma Cup. He said he's spoken to his coaches and people that he trusted, said that Nick Maynard can also strike. So I'm excited to see this young man make his debut in the cage. Dave Mansell was also very complimentary of Aspen Butler and said he's no joke on the ground either. This is going to be an outstanding matchup for two debut fighters.
Yes, it is, and they both look to be on the bigger side of 155, and Nick Maynard is getting his crowd pumped up.
He's not short on confidence as he enters the ring here. He's definitely fired up. Here we get a good look at him. Impressive young man.
Getting his Team Rock family some homage there.
Ladies and gentlemen, 3 rounds in the lightweight division. Introducing first is Maynard fighting out of the blue corner. Representing Carolina Combat Academy, Greenwood, South Carolina. Making his MMA debut, Aspen Butler. And his opponent, standing across the stage, is fighting out of the red corner. Representing Team Rock, Charlotte, North Carolina. Also making his MMA debut, Nick
Nick Maynard is fired up, tapping his Team Rock tattoo, showing his loyalty.
I am just excited as he is for this fight. I cannot wait to see these two go at it.
He is fired up. It could be nerves, it could be adrenaline.
Meanwhile, his opponent, Aspen Butler, is cool and calm as he can be.
Yeah, definitely a contrast in demeanors right now. About ready to start round number 1, and here we go.
Seems to be a karate style he has on Aspen Butler.
Aspen Butler, the wrestler, coming out with a high kick to start the fight. Side kick. Definitely looking like a karate specialist there.
He is throwing kicks in bunches.
Very well done, using his reach well.
Straight right there. Nice knee.
Nick Maynard looking to counter, but Butler using nice angles here. Staying at range. Another nice head kick. Another nice head kick.
He might have caught him there.
Yeah, they seem to be, they're blocking, but they're getting through. The heavy leg, the shin, sometimes the hands don't do enough to block it.
And if they do, that shoulder's going to be really hard to hold up later on in the fight.
Nick Maynard with a
big left hook.
Wow, he dropped Butler, but Butler hops right back up.
And
Both these guys showing great chins. Unbelievable fight, living up to the hype, just as we expected, Brian Bullock. This is a barn burner.
Nick Maynard still coming forward, still throwing punches. Aspen Butler smartly clinches up. He is trying to get his wits back about him. And he rocks Nick Maynard! He is out of it!
The mouthpiece comes out. Nick Maynard trying to hold on. He's trying to hold on. He's trying to get up.
He is over.
And that's it.
Right hook.
Oh my God! Aspen Butler with an amazing knockout victory.
Nick Maynard is still out of pose. He is right now grappling the ref. That is always not a good sight to see.
You have got to be kidding me. Nick Maynard still out on his feet.
What a fight. Aspen Butler got rocked early, appeared to be going away, and comes back to get a knockout of his own.
Holy cow, what back and forth action. Both fighters hurt. Man. Debut fighters making their mark at Hard Play MMA3.
And the first MMA event in South Carolina, folks, is living up to the hype. What a fight that was.
This crowd went wild with these two young competitors. 18 and 19 years old. This is the future of MMA right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Nick Maynard tried as long as he could to hold on there and try to get his wits back about him. Aspen Butler just would not let up.
He was being so aggressive because he felt like he had Aspen Butler hurt. Aspen caught him. Unbelievable fight. Blake Rice, the referee, smartly brought in the doctor to take a look at Maynard, who was clearly still out for several minutes after the fight was over. Here we go with Cyrus Fees with the final decision. Unbelievable fight.
That was awesome.
Well, if you wondered about these two competitors and how they're going to respond in the cage in their debut fight, they just answered it big time, both of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight stops at 134 of round number 1. Your winner by knockout, Aspen Butler.
And there you have it. Aspen Butler goes to 1-0 with a debut knockout victory over Nick Maynard, who will fall to 0-1, but trust me, we're going to see a lot of these two young gentlemen in the amateur ranks in the Carolinas.